Ladies and gentlemen, the bunker doors can now be opened in Warzone. This is not a joke. This is not a clickbait. This is a huge, exciting video, which is going to be covering everything you need to know about the bunkers in Warzone, with exactly how to open them and the mysteries behind Bunker 11. The most mysterious bunker of all, because there is now a new full-fledged multi-step Easter egg in Warzone that we can do right now. And on top of that, the name for this year's Call of Duty game may have just leaked. No one knows for sure if it's real or not, but it seems the most likely name so far. If you've not seen my video on it yet, it is linked down below in the description. Watch it after this video. There is so much to get through in this video, so it is incredibly important you give it your full attention so you don't miss out on absolutely anything. There is a huge Easter egg, and I'm going to go through everything in this video. So if you are new here, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out. But let's jump straight into it. How do we get into the bunkers, and how are they now open? Well, remember those mysterious red access cards that got added a few weeks ago into the game and mysteriously disappeared? Well, they are now back, and we can fully use these to open bunkers around the map. Now, in order to find one of these red access cards, you need to be very lucky, and you can find them in special legendary crates, which are a golden, red, orange color as opposed to blue. Now, the issue here is you've got to get lucky and find one of these around the map. Now, the first time I found one of these was in a special crate at the airport, so I definitely suggest looking around there. But you can also find the red access cards in normal blue crates, as you see here in this clip at a police station near the airport. I was honestly pretty shocked to find that, considering it was a blue crate. And you can see in your HUD next to your health and your armor, you'll notice you now have the little icon for the key card. And as you can see, I found this key card in Plunder, but you can also find it in the normal Warzone map. Now on your screen here, you're going to see an overview of the Verdansk map, where we have our 12 bunker locations, numbered 0 to 11. Weirdly, only bunkers 0, 4, 5, 6, and 9 can be accessed with this red card. What all these bunkers have in common is that they are all outdoors, where the door is physically outside, so there's no entrance that you need to use in order to face the door. It's just out there. You'll see the normal enter access code prompt, and if you have the key card and press your interact button, the key card will disappear and the door is going to magically open. You're going to see those locks turn off and the door swing open. As we follow it down, there is quite a few hallways and staircases, but in the bottom, you're going to find a load of loot, a mixture of blue and orange crates. Now, at the bottom of this, there is also another door, which you can put in another code. But weirdly, if you get a second key code and try this, it won't accept it. So clearly Infinity Ward are hiding something behind these bunker doors. Once you're in the bunker, it's a bunker within a bunker by the seams of it. But it doesn't end there, folks, because like I mentioned earlier, there is one bunker that is incredibly different to the other 10 bunkers around the map, and this is Bunker 11, which is in the far northwest of the map. When you go to it, unlike the other bunkers, instead of it saying enter key card, it says enter number station code, which is something we've never heard before in Warzone. But of course, this is an Easter egg, and the community have gone ahead and cracked it. I'll be providing a full tutorial on how to do this egg very soon, so be sure to check the description for that. But I think what you guys are here to see primarily is exactly what is inside Bunker 11. Huge credit goes to Java, Rektless, Jseiter, and Tombaa for being first in the world to discover how to do this Easter egg. Essentially, it involves telephones with Morse code and activating a telephone around the map, which will give you numbers in Russian that correlate to another location on the map where there'll be another phone, and you've got to activate 3 phones in a certain order. But once complete, you will gain access to open up Bunker 11. And huge credit again to Tombaa for this footage. You managed to get this in a solo game. So as we enter it, it looks a little bit dark and mysterious in comparison to the other bunkers, but there is a ton of stuff in here. We have rooms which have computer screens showing stuff saying that a system needs to be rebooted. You can go ahead and activate that, and it will go and reboot a computer. Now, this all looks really odd and very out of place in the normal Modern Warfare Warzone map, which is crazy. And if we go to this back area, there's a weapons locker room, and on the table in front of us is actually a new blueprint for a SMG. As you can see, it's an MP7 blueprint, which you can't buy. So doing this Easter egg will actually grant you access to a brand new MP7 blueprint, which is awesome. If you crawl down onto here, you can see a code on the wall and take you to a back passage with a button where you can press this big shiny red button. And what it's going to do is it's going to demist that room that you can see just to the right of us. I don't really understand what exactly is in there, but he's pressed it. You can get the option to press it again if you want to, but inside that room is a nuclear warhead. That's right, you saw in the title that there is a nuke Easter egg, and there is a nuclear warhead that sits in that room, which we are going to have access to probably at some point, because it doesn't seem like this Easter egg can be fully solved right now. This is only the first step. As if we go up to the back, there is another bunker door which you can't open, but opening this door leads us to a meeting room of sorts where we have like a computer terminal, but we also have some screens which count down from 10 to 2, and then it just restarts again, which is very, very strange. There's obviously some sort of puzzle in here that we're going to need to solve, but we've done a few steps towards getting whatever is the main goal in this achieved, because we've managed to get inside of here, but there seems to be a little bit more in here than meets the eye, which isn't obvious to our faces straight away. There's something else we got to do in here, which I don't think is activated yet in the game, so that this countdown doesn't end at 2. It just seems a bit weird, right? That we do all of this and then we eventually get to this part where it just has a countdown to 2 and then there's nothing else. This is absolutely crazy, because earlier on in the day, this was not known how to get inside of here. There was a way where you could use a recon drone and glitch through and see what was inside of the 11th bunker, but no one truly expected to be able to get into it or have the Easter egg cracked on how to get into that bunker that quick. Now, telephones have been used around the map in order to access this bunker. There are also computers around the map which you can put in passwords. If you guys have been keeping up to date with the bunker Easter egg videos, you'll know there are tons of computers around the map. The computers weren't used in order to access this 11th bunker, but they could be used for a step later on in getting this final piece of the puzzle solved. Now, what makes this Easter egg and this Bunker 11 so confusing and interesting is the fact that this definitely isn't all there is to solve with this Easter egg. Every room in there can be accessed apart from the first one on the right, which is shut with a metal bar across it, so we can't physically go inside there. We could see through the window when we were pressing the big red shiny button that inside of there is a nuclear warhead. Now, this is very similar to some of the Spec Ops missions, if you guys have played them, where in the Crosswind one, where you're on the plane with the Mile High Club, you have to pick up this nuclear like orb from that mission, and then there's another one, another Spec Ops mission where you have to put this sort of nuclear warhead into the actual like rocket itself, this body, and that's what we see hidden in this back room here. It's very strange, and obviously, I mean, if you were to ask me what does this mean, well, there's been signs in Warzone since its release that there is going to be some sort of nuclear event. I assume that maybe doing everything in this bunker would set off a nuke and set off the actual nuke to end the game, but it seems like the nuke is sitting there kind of dormant right now, but we should maybe in time be able to do something with it, because it seems that is the whole point of this room. It's not going to be here simply just to get a free weapon blueprint. There's got to be something else to it, and I reckon that there definitely is. It's also really interesting that there is so much Russian influence in everything that's going on here. Modern Warfare has had a storyline that's been going from, you know, the campaign to the ending with Spec Ops, and then season 1, 2, and 3, where we're getting this storyline of Verdansk being in trouble, and there's been rumors recently about us getting a potential new Warzone map, which is going to be set in Urzikstan. It would make complete sense if the story of Warzone was going to end up with Verdansk being in such turmoil and disruption that the only way to get rid of it is to just drop a tactical nuke on the whole thing and just destroy it. If you guys remember in the season 1 cutscene, we do have Khalid al-Assad who's watching from TV station, kind of watching all of the chaos unfold, and we've not really seen anything from him since, so all of this could be an influence from Khalid al-Assad, although it is questionable why there's Russian influence all over this. It's very, very strange. But all in all, this was a very exciting update for Modern Warfare and Warzone, where now we can access all the bunkers, and the keycards to the normal bunkers that are outside were only just the tip of the iceberg, as Bunker 11 holds all of the secrets and mysteries to the Warzone storyline and to what's probably coming in Season 4. A lot of people also think this could all be tied to the next Black Ops game and all sorts of Easter eggs and in-game secrets tied to that. I think there's definitely some plausibility to it, but it's really hard to pinpoint right now if that is the case, because They've said that there's going to be big in-game events for Warzone, and this is most and foremost the Modern Warfare storyline. This isn't the Black Ops storyline, so it's a bit weird why they would infuse the two together, you know? But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you slap a like rating on it, share it around with your friends so they know how to get inside the bunkers, and of course, how to get that free weapon blueprint and Bunker 11. And be sure to check out the video on your screen now for the leak of the potential name for this year's Call of Duty game. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.